I'm gonna be honest. This dude right here, when I seen this, if I got the right, this ain't the right setting over there. It is. When I seen this with camera on, I saw early in the morning, and I didn't even post it. I should have posted it. You know, everybody is going doing numbers for everybody. But this dude right here gets interviewed by CNN, and I guess CNN wants the details on Diddy, don't we all?
Mm-hmm.
And this dude basically just shuts her down, says some crazy, outlandish things on here, and it's just it goes.
He trolled, yeah,
Yeah,
he trolled the heck out of CNN. Like, I'm telling you that they couldn't get a straight answer, and then whenever they did, he just kind of let it rip.
yep. I'm gonna play this y'all at CNN and Cameron. I don't know why he's acting like this because this dude has his own podcast, so he knows what the game is. He just kind of put up that that attitude, I guess, of no snitching. And I guess some guys are like that. They don't want to give statements or say things that would implicate someone. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just like that. They're not going to sit there and just gossip. Or if they're going to sit there with their boys on like he does with Mace on the podcast, maybe he's more comfortable. But he's on CNN and it goes pretty crazy. Check it out, y'all.
Thanks for being here. First, when you saw that video of Diddy, Cassie in that hotel, did you recognize that Sean Combs?
What I want to say, first of all, when I seen the video, everything in the video is egregious. I'm against. I don't support all the charges that's alleged against him. I don't support any of that trafficking, minors, domestic violence. I'm totally against it. So when I seen the video, yeah, I was kind of upset with it. Being that I know him, he's not necessarily a friend, but yeah, I was upset when I seen it.
Ain't that the broad statement, blanket statement everybody has to give? Because you know what's crazy, sis? Charleston White has a whole different approach and thought process on Cassie and Diddy. He's actually doing for Diddy, sis. Have you seen CW going off on Instagram?
I have, but just with him, we know he plays a part, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But he did put a post that was pretty interesting. He said, how many of you Christians ever said to pray for Diddy?
I'm not praying for him.
But sis, ain't that in our good book to do so?
It probably is, but I'm not.
Why?
I'm just
Why,
being
why
honest.
sis? And because I'm not praying for him either. I would say the reason I'm not is I believe he's probably reprobate, but I don't know that for sure. But why don't you want to pray for him, sis? Go ahead.
Because I just think that disenfranchised people that are not honest, people that are that are, not genuine in what they say. I've just seen too much. And whenever I literally had the court document sent to me over him, and I shared about 50 pages of them with you, and everything that has came to light, like, it's just, I don't even think about the man except for whenever we do content. And that's just to show more of his vile behavior. I hope that he ends up having a relationship with the Lord, and he lives his life the
Yeah.
right way. But, you know, I don't personally put him in my prayers. And on Judgment Day, if Jesus tells me I'm wrong for not doing so, then I'll have to make amends with him. But I'm not doing it.
And Ryder G says we don't support predators, and we totally agree. And I think that's probably why, I said he's a reprobate. Al Gore says reprobate for sure. Reprobate means in Christian lingo someone that's too far gone. Someone in Romans chapter 1, God gave up on them because they gave up on God first, and that's why they do such foul acts. Touching or doing things to women and children, in my opinion, go into that category. And once you do that, it's like you don't have a conscience anymore. And that's a symptom of being a reprobate, basically too far gone. Because basically what it means is your conscience is seared. This is the Christian lingo here. But my belief is, or what the Bible says, your conscience is seared. You no longer have a conscience, and God gives you over to a reprobate mind to do such vile acts. So that shows you why people would do things against their own mankind, and children, women, and even animals. Again, read Romans chapter 1 for clarification. But that's probably why I don't sit here and say I'm going to pray for P. Diddy, because he shows signs of being a reprobate. And I'm just going to keep it like that. I don't want to go too biblical on everybody, but that's just how I look at it. Anyone that commits crimes against women and children, it's a no-go over here, y'all. Because I believe men should, of course, be protectors and providers. You shouldn't be beating on women, and you shouldn't be forcing yourself upon people just because you got money, power, or fame. Let's continue.
But
Did you
as far as
recognize
everything
him?
I just said,
Did you recognize that
I
kind of
wasn't-
anger at all from your
I don't
experiences?
know him like that. What do you mean? Do I be recognized? Did I recognize him? I seen him. What do you mean my experiences? I seen him and I thought it was disgusting. I didn't do a zoom in to see if it was really him or nothing, but he admitted it was him. So yeah, it was him.
What did you think about the apology that he gave in that other video?
Ain't me for this. The apology ain't for me to decide. It's for Cassie. What I think about it don't matter. He ain't do nothing to me. Cassie need to ask Cassie if she accept the apology. I told you how I feel. I said what I said.
I want to play a
Damn.
conversation that you had on your podcast back in September with Mace.
Man, hey, let's be honest. He's hella rude, sis. Damn.
He is.
And this
I
lady,
listened to it, but then I kind of understood where he was like getting frustrated. Like they brought him on with the intention, and his exact words were, and I'm just going to say it because we won't get censored for it. But he said, "You can call me on CNN for this bullshit. I'm going to give you the bullshit," and that's exactly what he did. Like, how are you going to answer for another man and all of that? Like they were trying to tie him in like he was Diddy's buddy,
like he knew him.
and all that. And I don't know how close him and Diddy are. I have no idea. But yeah, he was straight clowning on this video.
Hey, shout out Gonzo says agreed, well versed. I think you're talking about my explanation. I think so and hope so, but it's pretty clear. Like when people tell us how y'all Christians, but y'all don't, ask for forgiveness for SPM, is because I believe he's a reprobate. He's a person that can't be trusted around children, and the recidivism rate of people that harm children is through the roof, and that's why we don't support people like SPM or anybody with them kind of charges and any kind of predator whatsoever. And we have our biblical stance to prove it, basically. That's why I don't sit here, y'all. I never sit here and, say or do for people like that, because that's a no-go in my book. The Bible says, I forgot which verse it is. You already know it's one of your favorite verses, sis. But the Lord Jesus said that if you harm a little one that believes in him, it's better.
Luke 17:2.
It's better than a millstone be tied around your neck and you be thrown into the sea. That's what the Lord Jesus said, So we don't take kindly to people that hurt or harm innocent children and defenseless victims. But let's continue. My bad. I'm gonna say something real quick though. CNN, I give her props. Sis. She's very well put together. She doesn't get flustered. She keeps it professional. I think in this day and age, y'all, if you keep it professional, that's going to go a long way in the long run, because looking back at this clip, when they edit it, whatever, they're going to say, dang, like I'm saying, I'm commending her, content creator, interviewer over here, watching her do her thing. And I give her props for, not letting the interview go too crazy, which everybody said it did. But I like the way she held her composure and the way she conducted the interview. Very professional. And I think at all times, y'all, if you be professional, that's always the right way to handle any situation, especially when you're at work. Okay. I know it's easier said than done. I know we get mad at work when we're doing things and our boss is making us mad and our coworkers are gossiping. But if you do the right thing at work and you remain professional, I think that looks good on your character. And I'm not trying to sit here and give a preach or tell people how to live or whatever. I'm just saying, I think in the long run, being professional is the way to go. Let's continue.
Listen.
Yeah.
When you had your record deal, why did you take me to Biggie Smalls and not Bad Boy?
Man, it's almost going to bring me to tears to say this. Being that I saw you as such a good friend, I wanted to put you with somebody I knew with.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. A lot of people ask me that on Instagram, man. Don't have me just out here crying and shit, man. I don't want to get emotional in here, man.
Instantly, I knew Biggie would do right by you.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I mean, is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint.
What the hell? Hey, sis, how's that for an ad?
Did he say horse powder?
Something, sis.
What did he say?
He's drinking
horsepower.
He's drinking something. He's busting an ad, sis. Shout out that kind of sponsorship ad game. He busted an ad right here and then starts talking vulgar. Which, to be honest, he wants to be nonchalant and be manly. He's talking to a woman like that. You know, if I was her husband, I'd have a problem with this dude. To be honest, I didn't like that. You know, this sex joke talk over here. I didn't like that. To be honest, not now that I really see it, that ain't funny. I think, sis. And call me a Debbie Downer, y'all. I don't think that's funny.
I don't understand. Like I don't even understand what he said. So I guess that I don't get it.
He said, "I'm finna get some cheeks after this, sis."
Oh.
And he's drinking this drink, which I think is like a stimulant. I might be wrong, but let's check it out again.
Some cheeks after this horsepower joint.
Horsepower.
This.
Wow. Yeah.
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint.
Wow.
I'm just going off what Mace said. Mace took me to Biggie. I don't really know Puffers like Mace know Puff. So I appreciate what Mace said. And of course, that's my brother. So if he felt that way, then he felt that way. I can't really tell you how Puff moves or anything like that. Mace may know better than me because he was signed to Puff. I wasn't. But my show does come on at 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. It's called It Is What It Is. And y'all make sure y'all check it out. I mean, I might get some more information out of Mace from there. But for me to tell you how Puff act and all that, I don't know. I never.
I've never seen this guy's podcast come across my feed, sis. I'm going to check it out, see how they're doing over there, how they're operating on that podcast. But let's finish up.
Well, I know that one thing about this that I wanted to say is that Cameron's representative, the one, like, I guess kind of like his
manager?
Producer, I guess is what you would call it. Maybe not music producer, but his like life to life person, said that they were completely briefed on what questions she was going to be asking before the show.
So he's acting dumb.
And that,
he's acting dumb.
Yeah. And he said that he is not going to apologize for his behavior.
Wow.
That if they came to him with BS, he was going to give them BS.
What do you think about that, sis? You agree?
Not if you're like, I just think it's pretty like poor on his part. If you know that you're going on a show, whether you agree with CNN or not, I'm not a big CNN fan, but whether you agree with what's being asked or not, you have a chance at that point to bow out respectfully. And he didn't. He chose to come on there and, act a complete donkey.
Okay, interesting. All right, let's finish up. Shout out Kimra and Gail in the chat. God bless you, sis. Shout out everybody watching right now. Let's continue and we'll finish it up.
Yeah. What about the industry in general? I mean, so many people have pointed out that Diddy couldn't get away with this stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think that's the case?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that y'all invited me to. Who booked me for this joint?
All right.
Wow, and I don't be sitting around watching Diddy and all that. Yeah,
thanks.
Man, come on, man.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your time tonight.
Get him out of here.
Thank you for having me. You enjoy.
Okay, hold on, sis. We're gonna call Cam's bluff here. We're gonna check out if he watches Diddy. There ain't no way, sis. There ain't no way, chat. Let's put the new poll up. Is Liberty in here? I'm gonna put the new poll in a minute. I'm gonna end this one. You can't tell me this dude ain't talking about Diddy on his podcast. Diddy's one of the hottest topics for everybody, and you can't tell me that Cameron's not talking about Diddy whatsoever. I'm calling him on his bluff. Go ahead, sis. What the hell?
Somebody just asked a really stupid question. Is this black bashing live? Absolutely not. We're talking about trending topics. If you don't like it, you can X out of here.
Straight up.
But anyway, we're going to talk about what we want to talk about.
This ain't even, hold on, sis. I'm over here doing for the woman. I said that this dude's treating her bad. Ain't nobody talking about even color right here. Straight up, black bashing. No, this is ignorant rapper, bullcrap, entertainer, hogwash bashing. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. Now that I look at it, it was funny, right? I guess it was funny when you see little clips and whatever. But when I sit here and just watch it and seeing how he treated this lady, like Kim said, unprofessional. Now, if you want to go to Adam 22 or the other podcasts and go see how they do and they laugh and they probably think this is funny, I'm a Christian, I'm a conservative, and yes, I'm a Trumper too. Is that gonna make you mad? And I identify as white. How you like them apples? Point is, though, I'm not sitting here bashing no color. I'm sitting here and watching and reacting to this and seeing how this freaking dude, is just acting a donkey to this woman right here. I don't like it. I'm a man, and again, if this was my wife, if I was her husband, I'll be looking for Cameron, to be honest. And I want an explanation, maybe even an apology from the dude, because the way he handled this, I don't like it, sis. I think this was very horrible. The sex talk he did earlier, unacceptable. And,
So
and hold on,
he is
Rio said a good point. Rio said, but his community won't condemn his actions; they will praise it. That's why this culture is hellacious. Totally agree. Go ahead, sis. We're gonna call it out.
No. So the reason that Cameron went on here is so they're calling him out, saying that he wanted to get promotion for his new sexual intimacy supplement called Pink Horsepower.
That's what he
before
took.
plugging in the product. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now.
What it is.
I'm gonna tell you right now. This is the same thing as that damn honey pack crap. Anybody promoting honey pack, or if you got to take honey pack, or you got to take this horsepower manure bull crap, you're a lame, straight up. I think all this stuff, all these drinks and all this stimulant stuff they take is for lames and losers and people that are on drugs that can't even perform. And I'll leave it at that. Screw the honey pack, screw what he's promoting, and screw all that sex talk and these games he's playing and the way he treated this woman. I find it hella disrespectful and simple as that. Go ahead, sis.
No, I completely agree. I think because number one, they were briefed about what was going to happen beforehand. She handled herself with a lot of composure. She really did. The thing that I would have to say now that I know that they were briefed beforehand, I'll look at the video completely different, because he came on there just to purposely act a donkey and to promote his brand of Pink Horsepower.
Well, let's be honest.
And
he went viral. Hey, Linwood says, I'm talking about your ignorant comments. Oh, I think maybe he's not talking about me. My bad, bro. He's talking about people in the chat, I guess. I don't know. It's all good, though. We promote free speech. He had an agenda. He went viral. And again, I feel bad for this woman right here. You know, it's a messed up deal. Once you analyze it and look at it, you know, through a certain lens. Again, like I said, throughout the day, it was posted everywhere. People were laughing and hucking it up, but watching it, you know, and reacting to it. And like I said, I'm a Christian, okay? And I'm not trying to sit there and say I'm better than anybody or looking down on people, but I have morals and integrity. I'm not going to just sit here and act a fool on the video to get views. You know, I've gone viral many times, you know, really going out there and doing some crazy things, standing in my community. But the point is, I'm watching this, and as a man, a married man, a husband, a father, and a Christian, I don't like how this dude acted. And I actually lost respect for Cameron. I kind of liked the guy, you know, at one point. I somewhat respected him, I guess, a rapper from back in the day. But seeing him act like this, sis, and then, to be honest, taking that little drink and then saying that sexual joke, that wasn't funny in my book, sis. I think that's hella distasteful and disgusting. And I hope Liberty cuts his clip up. And I'll say this: shame on you, Cameron, for speaking to a woman, probably a married woman. Shame on you for speaking to her in such a way. Hella disrespectful. And thumbs down for Cameron on CNN. Go ahead, sis.
No, and I completely agree that the way he talked to a woman was absolutely ridiculous. And it was just inappropriate. It was absolutely inappropriate. Nobody made this thing about color or anything. Somebody just said that they were unsubbing, and this is not an airport. You do not have to announce your departure. You know, we don't force anybody to sub. We just try to bring content that's out there. You know, let our people talk about it. We absolutely support free speech. Say whatever you want, but yeah.
Yeah, so there it is. And we'll move on, y'all. So again, Cameron going viral on CNN. And to be honest, y'all, we're conservatives, we're Trumpers, and we don't even like CNN. But at this point, you know, disrespect is disrespect. And just looking at this clip, I didn't like it.